evening and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. Brazil's Minister of Foreign Affairs plans to seek explanations from the U.S. government over the quote-unquote degrading treatment of Brazilians on a deportation flight, the ministry wrote on X on Saturday night. Last Friday, Brazilian deportees from the U.S. arrived in Brazil in handcuffs. Upon arrival, some of the passengers also reported mistreatment during the flight, according to local reports. The plane carrying 88 Brazilian passengers, 16 U.S. security agents, and 8 crew members made an unscheduled stop in Manaus, the capital of the Amazonas, due to technical problems, according to Brazil's Justice Ministry. There, Brazilian officials ordered the removal of the handcuffs, and President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva designated the Brazilian Air Force FAB flight to complete their journey, the government said in a statement. The flight was the second this year from the U.S. carrying undocumented migrants deported back to Brazil, and the first since U.S. President Donald Trump's inaugurations, according to Brazil's federal police. Up to late Saturday night, members of the Trinidad Tobago Coast Guard and the police service were attempting to retrieve a pirogue with several decomposing bodies in it. The vessel was discovered off the southeast coast of Trinidad. Police confirmed around 3 p.m. that several decomposed human bodies were found aboard a boat in the Atlantic Ocean, believed to have been drifting for days. The vessel, reportedly spotted by workers in the area, raised alarm due to its condition and unpleasant odor. The Coast Guard and police were subsequently contacted. Upon inspection, it was confirmed that multiple human remains were inside. The identities of the deceased and the circumstances surrounding their deaths remain unknown. Investigations are ongoing to determine the origin of the boat, the cause of death, and any potential foul play. In May 2021, 14 decomposing bodies and human remains were found on a boat adrift off the coast of Belgarden, Tobago. The U.S. and Colombia pulled back from the brink of a trade war on Sunday after the White House said the South American nation had agreed to accept military aircraft carrying deported migrants. U.S. President Donald Trump had threatened tariffs and sanctions on Colombia to punish it for already refusing to accept military flights carrying deportees as part of his sweeping immigration crackdown. But in a statement late yesterday, the White House said Colombia had agreed to accept the migrants after all, and Washington would not impose its threatened penalties, quote-unquote. The government of Colombia had agreed to all of President Trump's terms, including the unrestricted acceptance of all illegal aliens from Colombia returned from the United States, including on U.S. military aircraft, without limitation or delay, it said. Draft orders imposing tariffs and sanctions on Colombia would be quote-unquote held in reserve and not signed unless Colombia fails to honor this agreement, it added. Thank you for watching. I am TIANA.